should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. Preferably in a residential area.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Hoppe Hour. You're tuned in to Hoppe Hour, an hour where Hoppe rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Hoppe Hour is on now. Hoppe Hour is on now.
What's up? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, and for the next hour, my goal in life is to change the way you think about things. For the next hour, I want my opinion to come into your cranium. And after you're done listening to the full episode of Hoppe Hour, you go, wow, you changed the way you think about things. Wow, you really broadened my horizon. So here's the deal. We have a guest here at Hoppe Hour, so the phone lines will be down today, but you can always tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and live on Hoppe Hour is my guy, Tyson Monroe. What's up?
Yo, yo.
How are you doing, man? How's everything been?
Oh, man, I'm good. It's a Monday, so I'm just chilling.
What is your Twitter account so they can tweet you in real time?
It's at the Flo Monroe.
Where's this flow thing come from? I don't get it.
It's just been a nickname that I've carried for quite some time.
You do have a lot of flow, so I could see it.
Thanks, buddy.
Here's the deal. Hoppe Hour is once again nominated as Best Local Podcast here in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. I'm also up for Best Internet Radio Show, Best Local Radio Personality, Best Twitter, and my favorite category is Best Morning Show. Which actually makes sense. You can listen in the morning. If you have my Hoppe Radio app, you can listen. So it says Best Morning Show. It says Ryan Hoppe. So go to tinyurl.com/vote for Hoppe Hour. It's tinyurl.com/vote for Hoppe Hour. And the thing is, the most important topic and the most important category for me is Best Radio Personality and Best Podcast. So go there and vote for me. I'm trying to figure out how to plug myself, Tyson. Like, you don't want to come off like a hound that wants people to vote for you, but how else am I going to get my word out there, you know?
Well, you just set them up, so now you got to earn it, man. Like, let's see what you got.
I have some plans this week on how I'm going to campaign for myself. All of that will be coming very soon. We have so much to get into with Hoppe Hour, so check me live via the app and at Ryan Hoppe Radio and at the Flo Monroe. All right. Saw this headline as me and Tyson were doing prep by his cubicle for the show, and this is from TheVerge.com. And I want to get Tyson's take on it. But first, the headline says, please don't catch any Pokemon while attending a Rihanna concert. And before we even break down what happened with Rihanna, and before we even break down anything, I don't get the idea, Tyson, of being on your phone at concerts. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be hypocritical and say that I'm not an addict of my phone, but I saw Snoop Dogg on Thursday, Snoop and Wiz Khalifa. I didn't check my phone once when it came to doing a Snapchat at a concert or filming it or periscoping it. And the memories that I will have of that concert aren't on film. They aren't in pics. It's all in my cranium, and it feels amazing, dude.
Yeah, you took it way back, man. These days, you can just watch the entire show on the guy in front of you's phone. It's horrible.
Dude, it was so funny. I go there, and first of all, the concert was all right. They didn't do enough hits. Like, they had this one song they did, and it was, no social media, no social media, no social media. Over and over. It was the worst rap song. The best part is, while they're going, no social media, Wiz and Snoop are, people are filming it.
Oh, my God.
It was the funniest thing. You see all these dorks Snapchatting it. I'm like, because I was in the Pepsi VIP deck at the amphitheater, so I can see around me. So I was just kind of observing people. And I'm like, oh, my God. They're on social media. They're periscoping him doing a song called No Social Media.
This is kind of going back to what Rihanna was saying to these people at her show, because she's in the middle of her anti-world tour. She's globe-trotting around promoting her album, which in my opinion is pretty amazing. But the quote here that I have is, "I don't want to see you texting your boyfriends or your girlfriends. I don't want to see you catching any Pokemons up in this expletive."
Okay, so here's what she said.
Yeah.
"I don't want to see you catching any Pokemon up in this bitch." Here's the thing. Here's what I find odd about it. I get why she's mad, Tyson, that people are catching Pokemon during the show, and that's worth being called out for. You're paying a lot of money to see an expensive concert.
Absolutely.
But when you rip into the people that are trying to film your show, nothing's going to change with that, and you should be happy they're there to see you. I'm not saying it's a good thing to be on social media and to film the show when you're there, but at least they're paying attention. But to say no Pokemon up in this bitch, that makes more sense, because what's going to happen? Did you pay $200 to catch Pikachu? I mean, what are you getting at? You know what I mean?
I feel like there's some idiot out there that would pay $200 to catch a Pikachu. From what I understand, it's fairly rare, but I don't play either, so.
It says here, Rihanna's anti-world tour touched down in France over the weekend, and she took some time out of her jam-packed set to make sure her fans were focused on her. She says, "I don't want to see you sending a text to your boyfriend and girlfriends, and I don't want to see any Pokemon up in this bitch." And the crowd all of a sudden put down their smartphones for what seemingly seemed like 5 seconds.
Wow.
How much productive training could you have done while getting a Rihanna concert? Which is a good point by this person. Like, how many Pokemon could you have got during that time? Was it really worth, having your phone out? And what's funny is, Tyson, I just came up with this point. The people that are using Pokemon all night are the people that then don't have an Uber to get home because their battery died.
I just wouldn't want to make Rihanna mad. I mean, to me, she seems like a wonderful girl. So
I've heard
wonderful
nothing
woman.
but awful things about her. But
yeah, well, sometimes it's beyond what's on the surface. But
yeah, there's not much left of this article. Basically, there's a video of her going off on them, and it's basically the quote of what we said. And I just think in 2016, the millennials need attention. We crave it. I crave the attention of hopefully winning Best Local Podcast and people tuning in. I would be lying if I said I don't appreciate the attention. But that's attention because I'm trying to make it in life. When you have attention for yourself, you're trying to broaden the brand of Magic 94.9, the Dove and the Eagle. What I'm getting at is when you have posts on social media about your job, you're trying to make it in life. You know what I mean? But what I don't get, Tyson, are the people who try to brag about being at a show. You're not getting anything out of it. Nobody's looking at you and going, wow, oh my God, you're at a Snoop Dogg concert? No way, bro. You know what I mean? It's one thing to brag about what you're trying to do in your, let's say, creative career. But when you're bragging about something you're doing that a lot of other people are, you're not impressing anybody, and you're an embarrassment to our generation, the quote-unquote millennials.
Wow. I just think that people should put their phone down. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me what you're doing, whether you're on social media trying to get attention. It's like when you're, like you said, paying to see an artist and you're there to enjoy the craft that's coming from the stage, there's no reason that all your attention should not be on that stage.
How addicted are you to your social media accounts and smartphone?
I mean, like everybody else today, probably too much.
I would agree, too. All right, here's the deal. We're going to come back, and we are going to talk to you guys about everything else going on in the news. But tweet at us at Ryan Hoppe Radio, also at The Flo Monroe.
What up?
And I am going to take you guys back to 2006. Oh, the good times with Promiscuous Girl. There you go. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
All right, welcome back to Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. Call us, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-49-HOPPE. Even if this isn't live and you're listening the next day, you can always leave a voicemail and let me know what you think of the show. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. My guy, Tyson Monroe, is sitting in. His Twitter account is The Flow Monroe because he's got so much flow going on in his life. It's ridiculous. All right, I saw this headline. Are you a Lil Wayne fan?
Honestly, never have been, never will be.
There's something about his music that is so simple-minded and so immature that I really dig it. I don't know what it is about it. It's sort of like you watching wrestling, but it's so simple-minded that it's just kind of, it puts you in a good mood. It's like watching Aqua Teen or some awful sitcom. It doesn't take much thinking. Look at you, now look at us. We're rich as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much to it.
See, if that quote had been coming out of my mouth, it would have ended with, I can't stand that because of it being so simple-minded. Not, don't you love it because it's so simple-minded. I like to, we're here today talking about we want these people to change their minds and
But you got to have fun at the same time. When I'm saying change the way they think about things, I'm saying ranting about the news. It's okay to find moronic things like, let's say, Lil Wayne or wrestling to be cool. It's okay to like moronic things.
Wow. I see you taking that low blow, that low, discreet blow.
You like how I put that in there?
That hurts, man. That hurt.
All right, see this headline? This is from the good old Daily Mail, because you have to go to Britain now to get news on what's going on in America, because America's too busy covering, let's say, Trump and nothing else.
And catching Pokemon.
Essentially. Here's his quote. Don't ever call me again. Lil Wayne walks off during his song at cannabis concert because the weed-loving fans were too mellow. Here's the thing. With everything that's been going on at nightclubs and with everything that's been going on in the world, this moron, this douchebag, this imbecile had the perfect opportunity, Tyson, to have a show where you appreciate life, kind of like what Snoop and Wiz did. But this shows how simple-minded Lil Wayne is when he's mad that potheads who are high at your cannabis-themed concert are being too laid back. That's when you know Lil Wayne is not a smart individual.
I couldn't agree more, man. I really could not agree more.
It says here, the rapper takes smoking weed very seriously. And he has it in many of his songs, it says here. But that does not mean he can tolerate a crowd who puts the green weed over his music. Lil Wayne threw a little tantrum in the middle of a performance at the High Times Cannabis Concentrates Cup Show in San Bernardino, California. Wow, has Lil Wayne fallen? Remember when he'd be doing huge shows that would sell out? I wouldn't say in a day, but pretty fast. Like maybe 10 years ago, everyone wanted to see Lil Wayne. Now he's doing the very prominent High Times Cannabis Concentrates Cup Show. You heard about it?
Yeah, to be honest, I've heard a lot about it over the past few days, and I don't think it's as irrelevant as you're making it out to be.
What is it?
It's where, this is basically where they're taking all these dudes that make marijuana concentrates, and a bunch of people are getting together, and they're smoking them, and everybody's judging them, and they're all these, I don't know.
I'm looking at it. They have upcoming events in Michigan, Jamaica. They have it in California, North California next year, Colorado, and Southern California. So it's definitely up and coming, but I've heard of High Times, the magazine, but to have that be
legendary.
I know. But what I'm saying is, the fact that he's having a fit at a show, and it was just for 10 minutes. He didn't even last more than 10 minutes, and then he walks out. What a little baby. You should be happy in 2016, Lil Wayne. Do you have people that actually want to see you? I got free tickets to see you back in November, and you came out 45 minutes late. It was so funny. It was at the show at the USF.
Oh, yeah,
it was
I heard
great.
about that.
It was so good. And I've actually talked to DJ Hoot Kid about this because I met him in New York. But basically, the promoters and the people that were doing the show forgot to bring the money, so Lil Wayne wouldn't go out until he was paid. So they paid him in a suitcase of money.
That's like the most rap. That's like the most rap story I've ever heard.
And that's allegedly from DJ Who Kid, who told me when I went to Sirius XM. And the other thing about the concert that I loved was they supposedly told Who Kid and Waka Flocka, keep going. We don't have the money for Lil Wayne yet. Like, they were hearing it in their headsets, so they had to keep on going. But at some point, they quit. So for 40 minutes at USF, it was like a high school dance. They were just playing music, like one of the DJs was, while they were waiting for Lil Wayne to come out. And it was the longest 40-minute intermission ever.
At that point, I would have walked out. Anything longer than like a 10 or 15-minute wait at a show, I'm like, peace.
I will say this. Lil Wayne is terrible live. Lil Wayne is not the most talented guy live. He's not the best guy live, but he's very good. And as the cool kids would say, he's very good at making it hype. He makes you pumped up. You're like, yeah, I'm rich as F, yeah. And then you go home and you're like, I live in South St. Pete. But for that hour, you think you're a badass dude. You're a fireman. Go, DJ. But when you drive home, you're like, meh, that show is okay. But when you're in the moment, Tyson Monroe, and you're at the show, you feel like you've made it in life.
If you're into Lil Wayne, I guess, yeah.
It's funny. I used to listen to him when I was growing up because they would play that on Top 40 radio in Chicago, and I never knew what it meant when he said, lick the lollipop. And I never knew why my mom hated that song so much.
Oh, my God.
Dude, there was so much dirty rap back then that I've been listening to when I listened to Pandora, and it's amazing. Like, Play by David Banner, Come Girl, I Want to Get Your Wet. Then there's the other one, there's like Shake That Laffy Taffy, which I actually thought was Give Me a HJ. That's what I thought Shake That Laffy Taffy meant, but I didn't know it meant Shake That Ass. You have Get Low. You had every dirty rap song ever.
How about this one? And let me set this up with a story. So I'm in the 7th grade, right?
Yeah. So I was in 5th grade.
I've got an MP3 player.
Yeah.
Right? It's the old school where you put a battery in it. You put a AAA battery.
I remember
in it.
that. I had one of those.
An SD memory card in it.
And it was like $40 and you would get it from Walgreens.
Yeah.
And you felt so cool when you got it for Christmas.
Probably the exact same model. We're talking about the same model here. So anyways, I'm 7th grade. I've got this MP3 player loaded up with the jams, all right? With all the jams. And my mother at the time, obviously I'm living with my parents. My mother says, hey, let me use your MP3 player. I want to go for a walk around the neighborhood. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, here you go. And she came back and she goes, what is this whisper song?
Oh my God! By Ying Yang Twins.
The dirty version at that. I was mortified. My mother walked around the neighborhood listening to the whisper song on my MP3 player because she didn't know how to skip the song.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Here was Wait, the whisper song by the Ying Yang Twins. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might want to hear. You got a sexy ass body and your ass looks soft. May I touch it? May I touch it? And I see if it's soft. No, I'm just playing unless you say I can. Then it goes down about how they want to rub their legs and let's get some great sex going. And then it goes, hey, bitch, wait till you see my D. Wait till you sit on my D. Hey, bitch, wait till you see my D. I'ma beat that up. Hey, bitch, wait till you see my D. Wait till you sit on my D. Hey, bitch, I'ma beat that up.
And it just goes on and on and on.
And
the
it's
whole
so
song.
slow. It's not fast paced where you can ignore it. They pronounce every word. It's one of those rap songs where they're like, "Hey, girl," it's very slow motion.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
smooth.
fast paced like Chief
Yeah.
Keef where they're slurring the words. Beat that up. Beat that up. And there's a word between beat and up. It's obviously not beat up. Beat that up. Beat that up. Beat that up. Beat that up. Beat that. It has 18 times beat that P up.
I'm beside myself over here, people. I'm so uncomfortable.
Why are you uncomfortable?
Because I've got Ryan Hoppe over here telling me to beat that P up repeatedly and laughing maniacally. My goodness, what did I sign myself up for here today?
Well, this is Hoppe Hour. You should have known better. You've watched enough of it on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, here's the deal. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about more things going on in the news. And, of course, I like to play throwbacks that take you back to the good old days. So I'm going to play How Do You Sleep by Jesse McCartney because I'm a girl in 8th grade. Dude, it was a good song, by the way.
I don't stand with this. I can't be associated with this.
Are you done with the show?
I might have to walk out.
Get out then. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. The bouncer is asking for his permission. This is Happy Hour.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you a little something you might like to hear. You got a sexy body in here. Soft. Mine ever touch you and see if it's soft. Nah, I'm just
This is the dirtiest song of all time, Tyson. You know what I mean? Welcome back to Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And it is Wait the Whisper song because Tyson said how much his mom loved the song when she took his MP3 back in the day.
If she was listening, it'd probably be taking her back right now. She's probably reminiscing about those days. Yeah, a 7-year-old young Flo.
Where do you see my Where do you see my And then even the clean version isn't clean.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just an orgasm.
Very filthy. Very vulgar.
That's what I love, is you might as well just say it, because a lot of kids aren't going to get it. But when you have the moaning of an orgasm, it's actually dirtier.
They're both highly provocative and vulgar and dirty. So
Well, what's funny is I would listen to this because Top 40 Radio in Chicago would play it. So I would beat that up, beat that up. Beat it up! Beat it up!
You had no idea what you were saying. But I might have known what I was saying back. I knew what that meant.
You did?
Yeah, I knew what was going on.
What about David Banner play Come Girl, I Want to Get... Come Girl, and you couldn't even hear any of it on the radio. But they would try to play it anyway, but it bombed.
Because that beat is hot fire, man. That squeaky shit, that beat goes.
Talking about using a baseball bat? Jesus Christ. What is that, a hot dog down the hall?
Oh, my God.
What is that, one of those 40-year-olds I talk to? Wait, do you
guess.
see my,
Wait till you see my, I guess that's all right, I guess. Is that what they're saying to you? Is that what you're saying to me?
It is dirtier with the orgasm. All right, we have reached the creepy point of Happy Hour. Call us, 856-49-HOPPY. That is 856-49-HOPPY. But, dude, you can vouch when this is me. A lot of people recently have been saying that my show's fake. Nobody here in town, but there's been a lot of things about how I'm a shock jock, and I force it. Tyson, trust me when I say we hung out last weekend, And I'm basically the same person on air and off air. I'm just a little more awkward in social situations, but I'm the same, like, I don't have a filter. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me break it down like this. Let me break it down like this for the people. So if you meet Ryan Hoppe in person, like out in general public or, let's say a bar or a grocery store, the office, he reminds me of a baby horse. And if you know what a baby horse is like, you know that their body is too long for their own good and they don't fully know how to utilize it. And that kind of wraps up and represents accurately his coordination skills. But beyond that, I just mean, his energy is so high that when he's out in public and he's moving around, he looks very discombobulated and very disoriented. But you get him in this chair here, and you put that microphone in front of him and you flip the switch, he becomes a whole different person. All that energy becomes focused, and it all just the unfocused cloud that surrounds him when he's acting like a baby horse, it kind of evaporates, it disappears, and you've just got this guy that really cares about what he's doing. So
it is really weird. I am a very, very awkward guy, and I'm really trying to work on it, and I have come far in the past year, but it is weird how I get out of my Uber and I don't know where the bar is that we're at, and you just see me walking like some horror movie monster, Frankenstein. Tyson, where are you? Oh,
yeah, barreling down the block, just like a madman.
What is your first thought? Because first, the night didn't begin in the right way, because I was assuming we would drive to the bar, or I would drive, because then we were just going to go out for an hour, but I didn't know that we were going to bar hop. So then I'm on the way driving to the bar, and Kevin sends me a text, make sure you Uber. We're going to go to multiple bars. So I go, oh, I have to drive home. So then my Uber takes 10 minutes to get there, and it usually doesn't take that long because I'm near downtown, my apartment is. So then it takes me about 27 minutes, when it shouldn't take that long, to get to the bar. How annoyed were you with me waiting for me?
We were just playing that game of, is he coming? Is he not coming? Is he trying to be like some enigmatic, mysterious dude where like, yeah, guys, I'm coming, and then not show up, or try to show up out of nowhere?
I'm not there.
This is the first time. So I you could have pulled a fast one on us, but at the end you came through. We had a nice time. We had some adult beverages. I'll tell you what, people, you've never seen someone drink a bottle of beer as fast as this guy can. It's truly astonishing and impressive.
In a good or bad way?
Both.
It is kind of scary because we'll be sitting at the bar and Tyson will be like, all right, we're going to sit here. Hoppe, huh? Hoppe, where's that beer? I'm like, right here. And you go, that's yours? You go, you just got it.
Yeah, seriously. And you could never keep up. Never try to keep up, because you'll learn the hard way. Trust me. Hoppe, you're how tall?
6'9".
And if you don't mind me asking, how much do you weigh?
255.
Okay, so not only do you have a literal foot of height on me, you have just over 100 pounds on me. So for me to try to keep up to you, whether I'm drinking what and you're
a very
what,
skinny guy. For people that haven't seen what you look like yet, you're a very skinny, in shape guy. You're kind of a twig.
Yeah. I'm what they would call scrawny.
I loved how you said that with your Midwest accent. Scrawny.
Yeah, I think that's like a Midwestern word. I don't know. I don't really hear people down here talk like that.
I love how we talk, saying pop. Things like that. Make a U-turn, bang the U-turn. It's a Chicago thing. Yep. Down here, they're so proper the way they talk. I'm proud of how we talk. Do you like being a Midwest transplant here in Florida?
I'm proud of the fact that I'm from the Midwest, but
I'm glad I got out of there. Well, you know what's weird? I'm sure you keep in touch with people from Wisconsin, and I'm from good old Illinois, so we're basically from the same part of the Midwest.
We might as well be neighbors, yeah.
And what I find amusing, what's weird is talking to my friends, and they're like, oh, my God.
Okay,
wait.
It's
hot out.
Let me give a shout out to Dash. Shout out to E-Dash. He just commented on the Facebook Live and just said, Ty Dollar is not scrawny. He's 100% male. Dash, you're my dude. I love you, bro. I love you and I miss you, bro. This one's for you.
We miss you, Dash. Good
This
luck
one's
on
for you.
everything, pimp.
This one's for you, Dash.
He takes a swig of good old sparkling water like a champ.
Take a sip of that LaCroix that old people drank.
But what I love, though, going back to my point, is with the Midwest, I was talking to my friend today on the phone, and he's bitching about how it's going to be so cold out. And what's weird is, it's like, how do you want it? When it's hot out in Chicago, they bitch about the weather. And then when it's cold out, they bitch about the weather. And it's like, you were just bitching 4 months ago that it was sunny here where I'm living, but you want it to be hot. And now they have the weather. And they're all saying, oh, we don't like it. It's like Midwest people are some of the most ungrateful morons. I don't get it. I used to be that way.
Wow, I mean that's a harsh
I'm
that's a
serious,
harsh
too.
term to use.
I'm
I mean,
not
I
being-
agree. You know, in the winter,
too cold.
you always have something to complain about because the way that your body gets used to the temperatures and the way it changes in the Midwest, you know, somewhere with 4 seasons as compared to Florida where it's just like hotter. You know, when every time of the year that it rolls around, you're constantly being knocked out of whack and you're constantly being shocked and your system is being shocked because it's flip-flopping back and forth. And, you know, every season now you have a new weather to get used to.
I hated snow, though. Snow was the worst.
Yo, when I came down here, it was the middle of January. I packed my 2-door car with as much of my stuff as I could, and it, like I said, it was the middle of January, and it was a blizzard, and I just watched it in my rearview mirror as I drove south.
Wasn't that weird? Because that's the same thing that happened to me. When I moved here around May 7th of 2015, it was completely cloudy in Cleveland. I saw no sunshine throughout my 4 months living in that city. And you move and you go, oh my God, why is there sunshine in West Virginia? And then you go through North and South Carolina and it's raining. Then you go through Georgia and it's all right. But then you go through Florida and you cross that line and it says, welcome to sunshine. And you see palm trees and you're going through Jacksonville. And isn't it weird how you go, where's the clouds? I'm used to the overdraft days in Wisconsin, Cleveland, Chicago. You're like, where's the sun? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only thing is now I'm down here and it's too damn hot to enjoy being outside.
No, I can deal with it. I have to go inside a little bit, but I would rather be sweaty than have layers and layers and layers of clothes on, you know?
Well, but you can be down here and be in the air conditioning and still go out to your car and drive somewhere and go do something. In Wisconsin or in Illinois in the winter, you know, it's the middle of winter. It's
That's what I'm
sub-zero
saying.
degrees. It snows. You're stuck inside. You can't go anywhere. At least down here, if you don't want to be outside, you can still like travel, and you're not going to get stuck in a snowbank. You're not going to spin out on black ice, or, you know, fill in the blank, man. Hit a deer.
We didn't
slide
have
down
that
a
in
hill,
Illinois.
Slide into a ditch. I mean, you're a little more. I'm a little more from the rural countryside. You know,
You are
the
a country boy.
the deep suburbs. But.
Did you like Wisconsin? Like, would you ever move back? I wouldn't. I can't.
That's a really good question. There's parts about the Midwest and parts about Wisconsin that I truly love and that I truly miss. In certain times of the year and certain activities.
I
and
might
events,
miss
but
fall, but the thing is, the parts of the Midwest that we miss don't mean we need to move there.
yeah.
Just because you like the food or the culture or people being sport fans or let's say going to get pumpkins like I used to like to do, that doesn't mean you need to move there. You can visit, but 6 months of no sunshine and cold weather making me depressed. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And
I
then,
always
of
ask-
course, it would always get hot once you got back to high school. During the summer, it was average, but in the Midwest, people here in Florida don't know. The dog days of summer is when it gets nice out, and that's when you're in school.
Yep. I have to agree, man. As many times as I've considered going back and thought about going back, I always just ask myself, like, is dealing with winter worth it again? You know?
It is something to wonder about. And what's weird, too, is with radio, it's one of those things where what if I were to be offered a gig in, like, let's say Boise, Idaho or something, or Wausau, Wisconsin, and you go, I would do it. I just really want to make it here in Tampa. I love the sunshine. I know the Howard Franklin gets a lot of hate, and deservedly so, but when there's nobody on the highway, dude, and you see pure sunshine and 1 in the afternoon, there is nothing more soothing than that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I would have to agree. It's a nice change of scenery. Does that mean that I'll stick around for the rest of my life and melt my you-know-what off every summer? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to wonder. The one thing I don't like is the sweating a lot because I sweat easily, so I get into my car and you have to turn on the air immediately. That's what I don't like. And I get sweaty easily, so like when I'm cleaning out my apartment and I'm taking the trash out and bringing the groceries in and making the bed, emptying the kale litter box, putting the clothes up.
Sweating.
You're sweating doing household things. That's what I don't like about Florida is
sweating.
Especially if it's like 100 degrees out and you're parked down the block because there's no parking. So you have to grab the groceries and then move them. Because I'm used to the Midwest where when I would go and get the groceries in Cleveland, it would be so cold out that you wouldn't be sweating. You would be rushing to get in, so you would carry as much as possible. But now you don't want to carry as much as possible, Tyson, because that's going to cause you to sweat. That is what's annoying. And I'm sure you have that taking your dogs out to go have them take a dump, take a walk, and it's hot out.
Constant.
And then the thing is, it's the perspiration. I want to wear nice clothes. I like dressing nice. But then if you wear a nice shirt, you're going to show sweat. So you have to wear an undershirt. But that's first world problems compared to living in Buffalo, New York, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And seeing no sunshine and snow. Like when my former coworker Jeffrey called in last week and said how he's liking the hot weather until there comes the snow in 6 months, that brought chills down my spine, dude. Even the thought, Tyson, of snow makes me sick, man. There was nothing about snow I liked past the age of 7th grade.
Yeah, once you stop doing activities out in it.
And then you see that you have to shovel. Yeah. And you see that your parents have to leave early for work and all the responsibilities that comes with snow. Absolutely. That's when it's not as fun.
Your whole life changes, man. Your whole life changes. But I mean, man, all this talk about snow is getting me down. We should flip the script on them real quick.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back and wrap up the show. We're going to talk about trends from the 2000s. Things that will bring you back. Things that will make you go, wow, I completely and utterly forgot about that. But first, call us. 856-49-HOPPY. That is 856-49-HOPPY. And since we are doing a segment where we're going to take you back and make you feel like you're a kid again, I'm going to play you a song from 2008. Tyson hasn't heard this song yet. It's very dirty. It's called, and it has great grammar, it's called If Rap Don't Work. It's done by the Bogus Boys of Chicago. They're not a band anymore, but they had their heyday in 2008. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Appreciate the lyrics because it's frightening.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Watch out. Hoppe is about to rant. Hoppe Hot Topic.
I love
very
that.
amusing. Tyson has not been impressed with anything I've done all day when it comes to music, but I put on Big Beast, the beat, for the good old song, and now you're all pumped up here, just dancing.
Man, Killer Mike and LP. What you know about that, dude?
Wow. I'm
Run
impressed.
them jewels fast, boy. Come on.
Have you seen them live yet?
Couple times, yeah. Those dudes are the shit, man.
Wow, look at you. Shock Jock over here. They're the shit.
Those dudes are like modern day superheroes. Like, they make amazing music. They bring light to like social injustice and what's wrong with the world these days. But you know, at the same time, it's music that you can just get crazy to. It's awesome.
I agree, man. It's one of those things where the guy we're going to talk about next is the opposite of Killer Mike. Is the opposite of Run the Jewels. But that's why I like Run the Jewels is them, Nas, Kendrick Lamar. Their rap has a meaning to it. It has something going for it. But this next rapper we're going to talk about is an absolute moron.
Yeah, okay. This next one is from Complex Magazine, so complex.com. The headline of this one is Struggle Rapper Actually Shot Himself in the Face for a Music Video. And
now, like, how is that going to get you attention? Like, the way he did it was through a Facebook Live video. And what I love, Tyson, is if you're going to make a big production of shooting yourself in the face, get like a camera crew. You know what I mean? Have like effects.
Yeah, well, wait a second. The article says that he explains that initially he tried to find a cameraman to film him do this, but shockingly nobody would do it, so he had to film it himself. It's like a selfie video.
Well, is there any legal issues where if you filmed it, you'd be held accountable?
I mean, the gun was in his hand. Nobody was forcing him to do it.
I just don't think anybody wanted to be a part of this abomination of a viral video.
Yeah,
what a dummy.
No, that's like the word. He said he's been shot several times before, so this was really nothing. This was like a 4 out of 10 on the pain scale after the initial impact. I mean, that sounds like he's just trying to be a tough guy.
Yeah, man, I've been shot so many times, I'm like neutral with it, man. It doesn't do anything with me. I'm going to shoot myself in the mouth if I want to.
Yeah, and he goes on to say that he should have used a different gun. He used a 9mm.
I should have used the Glock, man. That would have brought out more of a viralness.
I don't know, man. My mind is just blown that somebody would stoop to this level to try to become known. Like, no rap video isn't serious enough to shoot yourself in the face. Like,
unless money is coming. If it comes with $1 million, maybe I would do it.
I hope he's getting some money to cover his medical bills. I mean, I don't know. That's just messed up to me. Sad world. Sad world.
How about back in the 2000s when we were teenagers, we were kids in school? Do you think things were better back then, or were we just in an imaginary world where it felt like it?
We were young then, man. We weren't exposed to all the real troubles of the world and what was going on. It's easy to think everything's cake when you're not the one that has to deal with it, that you're not the one, struggling to pay the bills and put Christmas presents under the tree. But you got to imagine, like, our parents, they had to have understood what was wrong with the world. They weren't, like, we weren't always oblivious to it.
We were pretty much sheltered. I feel like me and you both had good parents that kind of kept us from things. Because do you have any siblings?
I've got some siblings.
Okay, well, I have no siblings, so I was really sheltered.
That's not surprising, but I just mean
that's why I'm like a puppy in traffic in social situations. Is I have 20 years to catch up.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Hoppe. Sorry, he doesn't get out much. Like, sorry, he's humping your leg, wiping his butt on your rug. Like, he doesn't get out much. No, but. For real though, like back then it was a different time and a different frame of mind, whether you were a kid or an adult.
Yeah.
I feel like back then there was a certain lightheartedness. The events and the constant tragedies over the last few years have really begun to harden people and cause us not to really take stuff like that with a lot of weight because we see it every day.
How about when we had the intense pressure? We had to deal with it. The biggest problem in life was trying to figure out your top 8 on MySpace.
Oh, man. MySpace days taking me back, dude.
How about when you would have so much fun and you would do MySpace surveys and it was more important than homework to find out which character from Family Guy you were or where you're going in life?
Oh, MySpace was life, dude.
Dude, I used to love MySpace. It was better than Facebook. It was more fun. Facebook's really negative. I liked having a background. Mine was Scarface. I had rap music.
Yeah, you had the music player. You had the backdrop. You had those girls that had like the glitter that would fall down the page. Like, she might have been kind of a hoe, though, if she had that glitter. I'm not going to lie. Like, those girls were a little hoey.
She was giving out HJs if she was doing that. That was her big thing. If she had glitter down the page and she liked to listen to, let's say,
the Whisper song? The Whisper song? Let's just say the Whisper song.
If she had Pussycat Dolls, Don't Ya, as her first song, she was giving out BJs.
She's giving out something, man.
And now she has something. Also, do you remember when the cool thing was to have ripped jeans and how awesome that was. And you were so edgy and you're a rebel.
Oh, you're taking it way, way back with that one. I mean, ripped jeans, I think, is one of those fads that's constantly recycled. That will never leave to somebody that's always going to look cool. I mean, I agree. I think that's...
Did you ever used to pop your collar?
Maybe a few times.
And I was made fun of mercifully in the hallway, so I didn't do it again.
Yeah, I don't know if I was ever made fun of for it, but I think...
It just didn't seem that cool.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
came
what
to
am
the
I doing?
realization on my own of like, what am I doing? Like, you know, I probably walked by a mirror or saw my reflection in a window, and I thought, what am I doing with my life?
How about when we thought that Dane Cook was super edgy and he was crazy? He was off the wall!
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've never been a big Dane Cook fan. He never grasped me.
Did you ever think that John Mayer was the most romantic singer ever?
John Mayer's the man.
John Mayer bangs a lot of hot girls.
He does, yeah. He's got some questionable morals, and he said some interesting things in the past. But
Like, what has he said?
I don't know. One time he was in the headlines for like dissing Beyonce.
He's probably banged her.
I don't know. I think it was more so like he's narrow-minded and he's not really tolerant and accepting of like different types of people. But
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, his music is amazing. So
How about when you would never miss an episode of The Osbournes?
Sharon. Now, who were you? Were you Team Kelly or were you Team?
I like the song.
What's this? Jack. Team Kelly
I love
or Team
Jack, dude. Jack was the man.
In and out of both those kids were train wrecks. I think they've both turned it around now. I unfortunately I don't think we can say the same for Ozzy, but you know, all the best. Shout out to the Osbournes.
I actually heard a rumor that divorce, because now they're maybe getting back together, was all a publicity move, and I wouldn't count it out. With celebrities in 2016, it would make sense they would do that. How about this? And I will read this headline, and I won't even have to do anything with it. I'm going to read this headline, and you're just going to crack up.
This is from the
Yeah.
the 2000 to 2010 era.
This is via
that
BuzzFeed.
decade? Okay.
Because the name of the headline is Things You Would Know If You Grew Up in the 2000s.
Okay, let's hear
This
it.
thing I'm going to read, you're going to die laughing. Imitating Napoleon Dynamite's voice when quoting the movie. Because I sound like him. I will add cricket sound effects to that.
Yeah, you do kind of sound like him, I guess. I don't know.
I've been told many times I sound like him and Dak Shepard.
Well, you know, I'm a big believer in not comparing yourself to other people and just doing your own thing. And
Yeah, I have
being
weird
on your own
confidence.
wave.
I need to grow confidence and get out of my shell. I've been very anxious lately and overthinking things. I don't know what's been going on. It's like been affecting my head.
Man, confidence is not even a thing. Like you just have to, like us as human beings, we just have to be. You just have to be somebody, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just be who you want to be and who you feel like you should be, and like what you want to like, and do what you want to do. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else. But like, you know, people get too caught up in judging people these days, and that's what's making people like think that they have low confidence and low self-esteem. It's just like, who cares if you're ugly? Who cares if you want to wear stuff that people don't like? Who cares if you like music that other people don't like? Like, every one of us is an individual and is like entitled to live whatever path we choose. So, you know, what I would say to that is just do you, man. Just do you and own it.
I just sometimes I'm very soft-skinned.
You're soft.
What is that, Sopranos?
No, that's a WWE reference. Shouts to Enzo Amore.
No.
Shouts to Big Cass. How you doing?
A wrestling mention on this show gets booing immediately.
Well, whatever. I know when I'm not welcome. Still gonna sit in the damn chair till the end of this bitch, though.
Yeah, you will. There's not much more to this list. One of them is when it would take 2 hours just to get a rap song off of LimeWire. That was very annoying.
The days, what do they say? The days when you would give your computer like AIDS virus.
I know.
Just to get like a song that probably wasn't even the actual song once it came through. It was always some weird remix or some weird cover. You had to download every individual song from the CD. You could never download the full CD.
Oh my God, that was the worst.
How far we've come, man.
We have come very far. And when you come far in life, you reach a point where things need to end because nothing goes on forever. Like this riveting show.
Happy Hour is about to end, but first, it's time for Last Call.
If you go to my Twitter, at Ryan Hoppe Radio, you will see the video of Tyson dancing to Black Box. But when you hear this song, it means the show is about to end. So here are the quick plugs. Vote Hoppe Hour as best local podcast here in the Tampa Bay area, best internet radio show, best local radio personality, and much, much more. Go to tinyurl.com/vote for Hoppe Hour. It's tinyurl.com/vote for Hoppe Hour. Also, it's best local morning show, not Hoppe Hour. It just says Ryan Hoppe. I'm very flattered. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Get the app in the Google Play and iPhone shop. Search up Hoppe Radio. Email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show has been brought to you by Simply Prepaid of T-Mobile and Gulfport. 727-331-1934. That's 727-331-1934. And they're at 5014 Gulfport Boulevard South, and that's in Gulfport. If you go there and say, I sent you, they'll give you a badass deal. Go to tinyurl.com/Hoppe Hour decal. It's tinyurl.com/Hoppe Hour decal. For $2, you can support my sponsor. You know I don't have a drinking problem. My show sponsor. Sold these graphics out of Duluth, Minnesota, and my guy Nicholas Seymour. And I have to say that it's a show sponsor because for the longest time, Tyson, and you are the one that basically made me change it. I would be like, I'm going to go out drinking with my sponsor.
Totally backwards. Totally mind blown and wondering what the hell this guy's doing with his life when I first heard him say that, to be honest with you. Thanks for having me, man. This has been a lot of fun.
You're killing it today. Where can people find your work?
You can check me out on Instagram at Flo_Monroe. You can check me out at the Twitter machine at the Flo Monroe. Hashtag The Broken Table. Hashtag Dog Dad Deluxe. Hashtag Flo Monroe. Hashtag Flo Diesel. You know, it goes on and on and on.
I love what you're doing with this dog dad persona. Since now you're single, you're going to get laid very soon. I love how you're doing it.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can come back soon and have some more fun with you.
We should do this every week.
Sure, man. I'll be here.
Sounds good. And you'll be back soon. This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, saying peace out.
Happy Hour.